ultimately retiring 3 separate times. Before Michael Jordan was number 23 in the program and number 1 in our heart. Before he made more money by partnering with Nike for his Air Jordan brand than he did on the court.
Sure it's not the shoes?
I'm sure, Marge.
Before he tried his hand at Major League Baseball and acting.
Out for that first step, Doc. It's a real Lulu.
Bugs Bunny.
You were expecting maybe the Easter Bunny?
Before he was a businessman and principal owner and chairman of the current Charlotte Hornets. Michael Jordan is arguably the most famous NBA player of all time. In fact, his biography on the NBA website states that by acclamation, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. But that is not all the 53-year-old Brooklyn-born, North Carolina-raised all-star would excel at in his lengthy and successful career. Famous for the rejection from his high school basketball team, Michael became the poster child for success after failure and went on to play multiple sports over multiple decades. This man has famously retired at the height of his career for the first time in 1993, the same year his father was brutally murdered. No one can blame him for taking the break, but he would return and win 3 consecutive seasons only to retire again, and then come back a 3rd time. Three-peats seem to be MJ's jam. My name is Amber Smith, filling in for Michael McCrudden, documenting the life of Michael Jordan prior to fame here on Before They Were Famous. Now, as always, guys, let us know in the comment section down below. I'm going to be talking more and more about sports stars, so be sure to let me know who is next, and you can also find me on Instagram. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born February 17, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York, the son of Dolores, who worked in a bank, and James R. Jordan Sr., an equipment supervisor. His family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina when he was just a toddler. Michael has 4 siblings. He has 2 older brothers, Larry Jordan and James R. Jordan Jr., 1 older sister, Dolores, and a younger sister, Rosalind. At the age of 12, Michael was suspended from school. His mother knew she had to play the role of a stickler, that she could not let Michael spend time doing nothing or just watching TV. So she started taking him to the bank where she worked, where he'd be seated in the car reading books the whole day so that she could watch over him. Jordan attended Emsley A. Laney High School in Wilmington, where he anchored his athletic career by playing baseball, football, and basketball. He tried out for the varsity basketball team, but during his sophomore year, he was only 5'11". He was deemed too short to play at that level. Motivated to prove his worth, Jordan became the star of Laney's junior varsity squad and tallied several 40-point games. The following summer, he actually grew 4 inches and trained rigorously. Upon earning a spot on the varsity roster, Jordan averaged about 20 points per game over his final 2 seasons of high school play. As a senior, he was selected to the McDonald's All-Star team after averaging a triple-double, 29.2 points, 11.6 rebounds, and 10.1 assists. Jordan was recruited by numerous college basketball programs, including Duke, North Carolina, South Carolina, Syracuse, and Virginia. But it was in 1981 that Jordan accepted a basketball scholarship to North Carolina, where he majored in cultural geography. Now, playing in college, he made the game-winning jump shot in the 1982 NCAA championship game against Georgetown, which was led by future NBA rival Patrick Ewing. Jordan later described this shot as the major turning point in his basketball career.
Go to Woolridge, outside Watley with the J, too short. Rebound, Jordan, he got it.
During his first season in the NBA, Jordan averaged 28.2 points per game on a 51.5% shooting. He became a fan favorite even in opposing arenas and appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated with the heading, "A Star is Born," just over a month into his professional career. Jordan was also voted in as an all-star starter by the fans in his rookie season, but this was just the beginning. It wasn't easy for Michael to become the best, even though his numbers were incredible, leading the league in scoring, rebounding, assists, and steals. Michael had a difficult time in his first years trying to win a championship. Over the course of his career, however, Jordan found himself titled 6-time NBA champion, 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player, 6-time NBA Finals Most Valuable Player, 10-time scoring champion, 14-time NBA All-Star, and NBA Defensive Player of the Year.
An emotional moment for Michael Jordan.
Also, a 2-time IBM award winner, but that wouldn't even be all of it. It wasn't until the 1990s where Michael would three-peat once and then three-peat again. October 6, 1993, Jordan announced his retirement, citing a loss of desire to play the game. Jordan later stated that the murder of his father earlier in the year also shaped his decision. Jordan's father was murdered on July 23, 1993 at a highway rest area in Lumberton, North Carolina by two teenagers, Daniel Green and Larry Martin Demery.
After being notified, Michael Jordan cut short a vacation here in California and flew to his home in Charlotte, North Carolina.
The assailants were traced from calls they made on James Jordan's cellular phone, caught, convicted, and sentenced to life in prison. Now, Jordan was so close to his father. As a child, he had imitated his father's proclivity to stick out his tongue while absorbed in work. He later adopted it as his own signature, displaying it each time he drove to the basket. In 1996, he actually founded a Chicago Boys and Girls Club and dedicated it to his father. Jordan then further surprised the sports world by signing a minor league baseball contract with the Chicago White Sox in February of 1994.
On the ground, fair ball. And Jordan with an RBI single. How about that?
He reported to spring training in Sarasota, Florida, and he was assigned to the team's minor league system on March 31st, 1994. Jordan had stated this decision was made to pursue the dream of his late father, who had always envisioned his son as a Major League Baseball player. The White Sox were another team owned by Bulls owner Jerry Reinsdorf, who continued to honor Jordan's basketball contract during the years that he played baseball. After a brief stint in Double-A training and fall ball for the Scottsdale Scorpions, the NBA officially retired the famous number 23 that also resulted in a permanent sculpture known as the Spirit outside the United Center. A Nike commercial shown in 1992's Super Bowl 26 featured Jordan and Bugs Bunny playing basketball.
What'd you expect? Elmer Fudd?
The Super Bowl commercial inspired the 1996 live-action animated film Space Jam, which starred Jordan and Bugs in a fictional story set during the former's first retirement from basketball.
I gotta take you back. You got baseball practice.
I can't. I'm helping my friends in their basketball game.
It includes an alternate yet fairly accurate story of what happened between Jordan's initial retirement from the NBA in 1993 and his comeback in 1995. Now, there is so much